so much for practicing with me today. We're going to start on our back, so you can come all the way down onto your mat or onto the ground on your back. Once you're there, go ahead and draw your knees in towards your chest. So you can hug your knees in, or you can rock your knees a little side to side, or you can make some circles with your knees, just really massaging through that lower back. And we'll take just a couple breaths here, see if you can create a little more length all the way up the back of your neck here. And your knees can be together, a little wider apart, so whatever feels comfortable there. And we'll just take about one more breath here. Good, and then from here, go ahead and drop both knees over to the right, and then allow that left shoulder to really drop back towards your mat there. Good, once you're here, let your head rest heavy, take a big breath into your belly. Good, and then on your next inhale, bring your knees back up through center. On your exhale, drop your knees over to the left. Good, the same thing here, let your head relax. Let this right shoulder drop back, breathing into your belly and into the side of your rib cage. And then we're going to move from side to side with our breath. So on your inhales, bring your knees up through center. On your exhales, drop your knees into a twist. And then we'll just keep moving from side to side a few more times there. And just move at your own pace. So you can keep it kind of slow and floppy if you'd like to. Or you can keep it really active and use your core as you move from side to side. Either way is fine. Just move in a way that feels good to you. Your arms can be anywhere you want. If your arms want to be overhead, that works too. We'll just go a couple more times from side to side. Good, and take your time when you are ready. Go ahead and make your way back to center so your knees come back in. Good, and then go ahead and extend your legs up towards the ceiling, and your knees can be bent or straight. So either way is fine, whatever works for your hamstrings there or your back. And then you're going to reach your arms all the way up as well. You can interlace your fingers if you'd like to, or make a little squirt gun with your hands. From here, you're going to press your lower back down into the mat so much that you feel your abdominals really start to engage, maybe even your tailbone lifts. So keep that happening. See if you can lift your shoulder blades up as well. That's a lot for your neck. You can also leave your head down on your mat. Either way is totally fine. So press your lower back down, lift your tailbone, lift your shoulder blades. Keep lifting. From here, you're going to lower that left leg so it just hovers above your mat. So again, knees can be straight or bent. If this is way too much, just drop that bottom leg down onto the ground. So either way is fine. You're going to take your arms, reach into the outside of your right leg, and then reach forward so you really lift your shoulder blades up. Perfect. Then arms reach overhead. And then bring your arms to the inside of your right leg, lift your shoulder blades, reach forward. Yeah, reach your arms overhead and then switch your legs. So right leg hovers, left leg reaches up, curl up to the outside of that left leg. Good, reach overhead. Curl up to the inside. Good, reach overhead, lower back still is pressing down. Switch your legs, curl up to the outside of your right leg. And reach overhead. And curl up to the inside. Good, reach overhead, switch your legs, curl up to the outside. And overhead. Inside. Good, overhead, switch your legs, outside. Overhead. Inside, keep breathing here. Overhead, switch your legs, outside. Good, overhead. Inside. Perfect. Overhead, switch your legs one more time to each side. Come to the outside. Good, reach overhead. Inside. Reach overhead, switch your legs last time here, outside. Good, overhead. Inside. Good, from here, reach overhead, both legs reach up. Reach your arms up as well, lift your tailbone, lift your shoulder blades, keep breathing here. Good, lift up just a little bit higher, reach up towards the ceiling with your toes and your fingers. Good, keep lifting, one more breath here. Perfect, and then relax everything from all the way back down, relax your head, and take just a couple breaths right into your belly, really allowing your abdominals now to relax. Perfect. On your next inhale, take your time there. Make your way up to a seat. And so sit any way that you'd like. You can also sit up on a pillow or a block if you'd like to. Find length all the way through your spine. Allow your chest to stay open. Move your head into some big, slow circles. And just stretching out your neck here. Make sure you're breathing. Make sure your jaw stays soft. Feel free to linger anywhere that feels like it needs an extra stretch. Good. Make sure you go both directions with your circles there. Okay, take your time, bring your head back up to center when you are ready. Go and look over either shoulder as far as you can. And you can drop your chin down or leave your chin up. Perfect. Switch on over to the other side. Again, chin can drop down or leave your chin up. Perfect. Make your way back to center. Go and switch the cross of your legs there. Good. Plant one hand outside of your hip. Other arm reaches all the way up and over. Take a big side stretch here. And as you're here, so you can breathe into the side of your ribs and the side waist here. You can always really open up towards the ceiling or curl it in or stay in the middle or keep moving. Good. On an inhale, come all the way back up. And on your exhale, come over to the other side and just take your time. Good. Really breathing into your side ribs here. Good. Feel free to be anywhere you like. Again, you can open up or curl it in, drop your chin to chest. And then we're going to move from side to side. So on your inhales, come up through center. On your exhales, make your way into that big side stretch. Same thing over to the other side. Inhale through center. Exhale, stretch. And then a few more times from side to side. Move at your own pace there. You can keep it really slow or you can speed it up. Just move in your own way. Just make sure you're breathing. And maybe start to get a little deeper each time. Just got a couple more times from side to side. Perfect. We'll be here for just about one more breath. Good. When you are ready, make your way back to center. And then we're going to come all the way over to hands and knees. Take your time getting there. And once you're at hands and knees, wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips or slightly behind. Toes can be tucked or not. We're going to move through some cat-cows here. So when you're ready, let your belly drop down, let your tailbone, chest reaches forward through your arms. And then on an exhale, press your mat away, hollow out your belly, lift the back of your ribs up, stretch between your shoulder blades, let your head hang. On an inhale, drop your belly, lift your tailbone, chest reaches forward. Good. Exhale, press the mat away, hollow out your belly, lift the back of your ribs up. And then keep moving between those two. Move at your own pace, in your own way. And you can stick with cat-cow for the next few breaths. You can also cat-cow from side to side, stretch into your side ribs, side waist. Or you can make some big circles with your rib cage. So move in any way you like here. And we have just about 2 more breaths here. Keep moving. Good. Take your time when you are ready. We're going to come all the way down onto our bellies. Good. And then from here, you're going to press the tops of your feet down into your mat. Squeeze your thighs. Pubic bone reaches down towards your mat so you can start to engage through your glutes. Plant your hands next to your rib cage here. And then from here, kind of hug your shoulders into the sockets. And then lead with the back of your ribs. Lift your chest up. And then reach your chest forward through your arms here. Good. Keep everything really active. Keep engaging through your legs and your glutes and your core, like you're drawing your belly up away from the floor here. Good, and then control the weight all the way down as you lower to your belly. And we're gonna lift and lower a few more times. Keep everything really active here. And we'll lift and lower, move at your own pace, in your own way. Good, maybe even see if you can really connect your movements with your breath. So maybe start to lift up on your inhales, lower back down on your exhales. You can also linger anywhere that feels nice. If you want to hang out in cobra for a few breaths, you can. Maybe rock your hips side to side. Maybe reach your chin upward towards the corners of the room and stretching out the front of your neck. Good, and think about really reaching your chest forward. Like imagine you're dragging yourself forward, creating length, instead of trying to reach up really high, crunching through your lower spine. We'll be here for just a couple more breaths. You can keep moving or you can be still. Good, just one more breath. Perfect, and then from here, go ahead and lower all the way down. We're gonna make our way back to downward facing dog. You can get there any way that you would like. And then once you're in downward dog, any kind of movements that feel good to you, you can do that. Maybe bend one knee, drop the other heel. Switching from side to side, stretching out the back of your legs into your calves. Good. And while you're here, keep length and space on the sides of your neck, so don't let your shoulders kind of hug up. Just hug them back and down into the socket. You don't need to force them down, just allow them to hug into the socket there. Good. Take another breath there. Perfect. From downward facing dog, we're going to come back down to hands and knees. So go ahead and drop back down onto your knees. Good. And then from here, you're going to take this right foot and go ahead and kick your leg all the way over to the right, but see if you can keep that left hip over your left knee. So you're not tipped way over to the left there. Good, so from here, take this right leg, cross it behind you and tap over to the left. Make sure you're not crunching through that lower spine. So draw your belly up and in and keep this movement at the glutes. Good, so tap your right foot over towards the left. Good, and then kick it back to the right. Good, we're gonna do that 4 more times. Go ahead and tap. Good, and 3. Perfect, 2. Good, 1 more time, kick it over to the right. Good, and then send it straight back behind you. Draw your belly up and in. Good, from here, tuck your left toes under. We're gonna lift up to 3-legged downward facing dog. So press down, lift all the way up and back. Right leg is lifted. Good, once you're here, lower tap your right toes to your mat. And then lift your leg all the way back up. Good, 4 more times like that, lower tap. Good, and 3, 2. 1 more time. This time we're going to leave our leg up. We're going to pulse here for 5. Perfect. 4, 3, and 2, 1. Keep your leg lifted. We're going to shift it forward, right knee to right elbow. Good. All the way back, 3-legged dog. Nice. 4 more times. Shift it forward. And back up. Good. 3. Awesome. 2. 1 more time, tap. Good. Come all the way back, 3-legged downward facing dog. From here, go ahead and step your right foot forward between your hands. Make your way into a lunge. Good. From here, go ahead and press that right heel straight down as you lift all the way up, crescent lunge. Good. Arms reach all the way up here and then sink your hips low. Good. From here, palms come together, down to your heart. Sink a little bit deeper, maybe bend your knees, maybe tap that back knee if you'd like to. Good, inhale, reach all the way up, straighten your legs. Good, exhale, sink it low. Perfect, 3 more times, inhale, come up. And exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Good, one more time. Inhale, come up. Good, exhale, lower. We'll stay here. You're gonna plant both hands inside your right foot. Heel toe your right foot over towards the right and drop your hips. You come down into lizard pose here. Good, we'll take a breath here. Perfect. You're gonna step back downward facing dog. Good, and then your left foot is gonna step forward outside your left hand, coming into lizard on the other side. Let your hips drop down, chest forward. Good, a few more times like that, alternating from side to side here. Step back, downward dog. And then right foot steps forward outside your right hand. Let your hips drop down. Good, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward. Perfect, all the way back. One more time to each side, right foot steps forward. Good, right foot steps back. Last time, left foot forward. Perfect, make your way back, downward facing dog. Good, and then from here, go and drop back down onto hands and knees. Good, we'll take a little breather here. You can also move back towards child's pose if you'd like to. We'll take just a couple breaths between sides here. So if you need a drink or anything like that, take a sip of water. Good. And then when you're ready, we're going to start the other side. So make your way back to hands and knees if you're not there already. And we're going to start on the left side. So we're going to draw your belly up and in, squeeze all the way around your waist, and keep this movement at your glutes there. So pick up your left leg, kick it over to the left. Good, cross it behind, tap that left foot over to the right. Good, 4 more times, kick it to the left, and cross it behind. Good, over to the left, 3. Good, 2. Last time, kick it over to the left. Good, tap it to the right. And then extend your leg back behind you. Again, draw your belly up and in so you don't have this big arch in your spine here. Good, and then from here, tuck your right toes under on an inhale. Go and lift your right knee, come all the way back, 3-legged downward dog. Good, from here, lower tap your left toes to your mat. And then lift them all the way back. Good, 4 more times, lower tap. Good, and tap 3. Good, 2. And 1, this time leave your leg up. We're gonna pulse here for 5, 4, 3, good, 2, 1. Stay here, 3-legged downward dog. We're gonna shift it forward, left knee, left elbow. Good, all the way back. 4 more times, shift it forward. Good, and 3. Awesome, 2. And then last time, make your way back, 3-legged downward dog. Go ahead and step your left foot forward between your hands. Make your way into a lunge there. Perfect. Good, so from here, your left heel is going to press straight down as you lift all the way up, crescent lunge. Good, sink a little bit deeper there. Good, and then palms come together, down to your hip. Bend your knees a little more, sink a little deeper, and maybe tap that back knee. Good, inhale all the way back up. Good, exhale, lower. Inhale up. Good, exhale, lower. Good, we got 1 more time. Come all the way up. Good, exhale, lower. From here, plant your hands inside your left foot. Heel toe your left foot over towards the left. Good, let your hips drop down, chest reaches forward. And then step back, downward dog. Right foot steps forward outside your right hand. Drop your hips, chest reaches forward. Good. Step it all the way back. Good. A couple more times from side to side. Move at your own pace there. Yeah, make sure you're breathing here. Jaw stays really soft. We'll do about 1 more time to each side and just take your time. forward fold towards the top of your mat there. And then shift some weight forward, so you have weight in the balls of your foot as well as the heels there. Allow your head to hang, kind of shake it out if you'd like to. You can grab opposite elbows here and sway. Or you can interlace your fingers behind your back, reach your knuckles away from you if you'd like. Good, we'll take just a couple more breaths right where you are. Good, so you can take full breaths, really allow your head to hang, your knees can be bent as much as you like. Good, let's take one more breath there. Perfect, and then from here, hands are gonna come down to your mat, or maybe up on blocks, or up on books, or water bottles, or whatever you got there. And then you're gonna keep that weight on your right foot, step your left foot back into a lunge. Good, and then from here, go ahead and walk your hands up onto your thigh. Bend into that back knee so you can sink your hips a little bit more and feel a little more upright. Good, so you're gonna press your thigh away so you can start to draw your front ribs and belly back and in like you're sending your tailbone down, engaging all the way around your waist here. Good, so keep that motion of pushing your thigh away, drawing your belly back, keep that. Arms reach all the way up. Good, stay here, keep drawing your belly back. Maybe start to reach back through that back heel. But if you start to reach back and notice your spine arches, bend your knee a little so you can really draw your front ribs in. Good, sink a little bit deeper, keep reaching back through that back heel. We'll take another breath here. Perfect, and then hands come all the way down, again, to either blocks, books, or your mat. Start to straighten out both legs, and then gently fold forward. So from here, find a stance that's comfortable. So you can stay right here if this is comfortable for you. You can also pivot your back heel down. You can also step that back foot in closer and wider. And then your hips will have just a little bit more room here, so maybe you can fold it a little bit easier. We'll just take a couple breaths here. Take your time, maybe breathe into the back of your right leg. And you can stay here, folding forward. You can also walk your hands to the right for different stretch, different muscle fibers. Perfect. One more breath. Keep sinking in. From here, you can plant your hands and then step all the way back into plank pose. Okay, so from here, your knees can be up or not, so either way is totally fine. You're gonna shift forward just a little, so shoulders are a little forward of your wrists, and then lower down just a quarter of the way and hold. So just start to bend your elbows and drop down a quarter of the way. Good, come all the way back up to plank. Good, lower down halfway and hold. Good, all the way back up. One more time, lower 3/4 of the way down. Yeah. Good, come all the way back up. This time, lower down to your belly. Awesome, untuck your toes on an inhale, lift up to cobra or upward dog. Reach your chest forward. Good, control the way all the way down. Make your way back, downward dog. And we're going to do all that on the other side. So when you're ready, walk your feet forward to meet your hands. Make your way into a forward fold towards the top of your mat there. And we'll just take a couple breaths here. Good, one more full breath. Perfect. From here, hands are going to come down to either blocks, books, water bottles, or your mat, whatever you got. Weight is on that left foot. Step your right foot back into a lunge there. Once you're there, walk your hands up onto your thigh. Good, and then go ahead and press your thigh away, draw your belly back, bend into that back knee. Good. So really drawing those front ribs in and back here. Relax through your shoulders. Sink a little bit deeper. Arms can reach all the way up. And then see if you can reach back through that back heel without arching your spine. Good. Keep sinking your hips low. Just a couple breaths here. Perfect. From your hands, come all the way down to blocks or your mat. And then go straighten out-ish both legs here. Good. So you can stay here. You can also pivot your back heel down. You can also step that back foot in closer and wider if that's more comfortable and more stable for you. And then you can really adjust where your hips are so you can keep that left side waist really long. Good. Then on your exhale, start to fold forward over your leg any amount. You can always add some movement. You can kind of twist or rock, shift side to side. You can also just be still and breathe here. You can stay folding forward if you like. Walk your hands to the left, outside your left leg. Folding in there, hands can be up on blocks here if you'd like. And find a way to take full breaths wherever you are. Let's take one more breath here. Well, when you're ready, you can plant your hands. We're going to make our way back to plank pose. Good. So once you're there, knees can be down or up. So either way is fine again. Go ahead and shift forward. Lower down just a quarter of the way and hold. Perfect. Press all the way back up. Good. Lower halfway down, hold. Nice. All the way up. One more time. Lower 3/4 of the way. So you're just hovering here right above your mat. Good. All the way back up. Nice. This time lower all the way down onto your belly. Good. Untuck your toes. Lift up cobra or upward dog. Okay. Take another full breath into your entire body. Good. And then lower all the way down. Good. From here, just make your way onto your back. Take your time. Good. Once you're on your back, take a big full body stretch. Reach out with your fingers and toes, still drawing those front ribs down. Good. And the knees draw in towards your chest. And then tip your knees over to the right. Left shoulder drops back towards your mat. Take just 3 full breaths here. Really breathe into your left side ribs, left side waist, into your belly. Good. On your next inhale, make your way all the way back up. And then knees come over to the left. So we come into a twist on the other side. This right shoulder starts to drop back towards your mat. Relax your head back. We'll take 3 full breaths here. Back up to center, and then make your way into any kind of shavasana that sounds good. So you can just kind of stretch out. If you'd like to let everything drop into your mat, arms can be up or by your sides. Your knees can be bent or straight. You can bring knees together, feet wide, or feet together, knees wide. You can also have your legs up on a couch if you'd like to. We'll hang out here for just a moment. So make sure you're comfortable and relaxed. You can keep moving around or you can be still. On your next few breaths, see if you can really start to notice that space between your breaths. between your inhales and your exhales. And see if you can hang out in that space for just a moment longer. And feel free to stay here for as long as you like. Thank you so much for practicing with me today.